am making this video to let you know that you are here for a reason, even if it doesn't feel like it, and everything is literally happening for you. Like, even when you feel like low, when you feel resistance, like everything is happening for you, and you probably like reached that point where you realized it at some point, and then just know that that feeling will return, that feeling of like, oh wow, everything makes sense. Because I know like you had that feeling before, I think, because we're like in alignment and stuff, and I had it before as well. So now every time like I feel low or like not even low, but like resistance, and it's like, oh, then I'm like, trust, because everything, like, it's happening for you, like everything will make sense. The other thing is like, don't let yourself be buried by all your belief systems. So as in, you like, you know, sometimes you meet people and then they are like a lot, like they've taken on, like you can tell they're like battered down by life, like, you know, they're like very like, but it's because they allowed their belief systems to like take over, and then like if it's like too much, then the soul kind of retreats and becomes smaller. And the more like the heavier belief systems will come, and then all of a sudden you're operating only from belief systems rather than from your soul. And then like you can tell, like some people, like the spark is just like, where are you? And you literally look at it, like you're literally in with that person, and then like, I mean, it doesn't happen that often. It was like, I don't know if I should tell the story, but I was in the cab. I took a taxi to this hotel, or like to like the HSBC, because I needed to get some cash. And then he started asking me questions, and we were just like talking normally. And then he was like, oh, where are you here with your boyfriend or something, or family? And I'm like, oh no. And he's like, oh, so you're here alone? I'm like, yeah. And then he said, he was like, oh, and like how long like is your visa, blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah, like six months, you know, like the visa for Mexico. And then he's like, oh, and then like will the government like in London start like looking for you if you don't return? And then I was like, oh shit. Because him, like I could tell, like I couldn't see his soul, like he was literally just like a meat buddy type of thing, you know. And then it's like a bit scary, because it's like, if you can't connect to like a person's soul, then it's like, yeah, I don't know. But well, then I started lying. I'm like, oh no, like even earlier than that, like I'm on the phone with my family every day, you know. They would start looking for me, like if I go missing tomorrow. Nothing happened, as you can tell. But yeah, it's literally. But like, this is an extreme example, but sometimes you also meet them like, you know, like just normal people. But don't allow, like in this, that was an extreme, but like at some point I also allowed myself, like I think in my early 20s, I was like, I let a lot of the belief systems like bury my soul, like, you know, it's like, oh, I was doing what I thought, what people think was cool, and blah and blah and blah. And now I just found back, you know, to just being myself. And like closer, like, because myself is like multiple levels, right? But like more my soul type of thing. And I want to access it more as well. So yeah, why am I talking about me? This was supposed to be about what? About you, right? So basically you're way more than this current human experience. Like your soul has like wisdom, you know, and you are way more powerful. And like I say it, and then like a lot of people say it, but maybe if I say it to you right now, maybe you will, like, you know, like it transfers. Hopefully the feeling transfers, and I'm glad that I'm incarnated with you during this time. It's exciting. It's very exciting times. But well, okay, I'm happy you're here. Thank you. Bye.